I want to say I do suggest drinking 2 bottles of water.
Alright guys, so we're just gonna get you ready. So stretch up, alright, just warm yourselves up. And now let's get to it. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with a nice jogging in place. Just jogging in place 30 seconds. Doesn't have to be anything intense. It's not like you're running away from anything. Just a light little jog. Just like lightly bringing up your knees. This is going to warm up your legs and your upper body as well if you just slowly, pretend like you're karate chop in the air like Tom Cruise running away from something. But yeah, and then just do that lightly. We got 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to move on to our next exercise, and these are basically knee tugs. All you're doing is you're just pulling your knee up to your chest. All right, do this nice, slow and controlled. Like if you feel any strain in your back, you shouldn't feel any strain in your back. All you're doing is pulling up that knee to your chest, getting that blood flow all through the leg, and getting yourself nice and warmed up in the process. This is great to warm up your legs. I personally like to warm up the lower body, then go to upper body, and then like mix them together. In my opinion, that's how I get the best results when I do this. And 3, 2, 1. After that, we've got some squats with a calf raise and a shoulder press. So what you're going to do is you're going to get in a squat, make sure your knees do not go past your toes, and when you come up, do a calf raise at the top. So shoulder press, squat, and calf raise is pretty basic. And if you have knee issues, then you can just do the shoulder press part right now, and then just lightly hop back and forth, because there are other exercises for people who have severe knee issues I have in here. But yep, 3, 2, 1. All right, now let's move on to our next one. These are just warming up your elbows. So you're going to bring your elbows in and out. So all you're doing is just like you're stirring a big bowl of spaghetti, whatever, big ass bowl. Like you're just stirring it, and then you're doing that internally for 15 seconds, then externally for the other 15 seconds. And this is just great in helping you prevent getting elbow tendonitis, because this was the thing, I didn't do this before, and since I started doing it, my elbow tendonitis has gone down tremendously. So add that in, and 3, 2, 1. After that, we got some classic jumping jacks, great for warming up the shoulders, the legs, the whole body. And remember, if you have bad knees, you can just walk side to side like I'm doing right here. All right, but yeah, just get it nice and going. Hop back and forth, just nice good old jump rope, jumping jacks, whatever. Have fun with it. 15 seconds, 12, 11. Yeah, good. Thankfully, nothing's balanced, and that's too, whatever. But yeah, just keep jumping. 3, 2, 1. And then we move on to our next exercise. These are torso twists. So just bring your knee up. And what adds added benefit, if you want to work your abdominals even better, or your core, is like contract the abs and blow out all your air at the top of the movement. So when the knee goes up, blow out all your air and contract the core. That not only warms up your core, but warms up your knees, warms up your legs. This is just a great, fantastic exercise all around. It's like, it's working everything. Working good thing right there. So make sure you do it. Also great for the back. And there we go, warm up. After that, we're gonna just roll it around town, warming up those hips, baby. So you know how to, this is a pretty basic thing. I think pretty sure they teach this in PE classes, because in my PE classes they taught it. So just go out first, and then for the next 15 seconds, go inward. And then it's pretty basic, what to do, just roll your hips in, really focus on warming those hips up. Yeah, have fun with it. Dang, yeah, I look like a model right there, yeah, all those flex. But yeah, just take that for 30 seconds, and then we move on to our next exercise, which is going to be, this is one of my favorite exercises I learned in physical therapy for my shoulder, and it actually helped it a lot. So what you're gonna do is pretend like you're stirring mini bowls on the wall, and with your arms straight, and flex your wrist up, and I'm gonna show you in a second, like how your palm should be facing upward and your arms should be straight, and what you're doing is making mini circles, like you're drawing like a small mini bowl. In a small mini bowl, you're trying to do as many circles as you can. You're going up and down slowly. Then after that, we've got some rotator cuff warm-ups. These are things I also did in physical therapy for my shoulder. Help tremendously. Just helps warm up the shoulder. Really focus on just using your shoulder. Don't use momentum to swing your arms up. Use just the shoulder in socket. Really just go up and down. Warm up those rotator cuff muscles, because they do not get hit enough properly. Like a lot of people neglect them and they have shoulder issues later on in life. But this is one of the best warm-ups you can do. It even works better if you have those little 5 or 3 pound weights. Then after that, we got a nice little boxer shuffle. You don't have to do it like Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. You just bounce back and forth. Dang, I got a dunk on me. Okay, yeah, you know what? Just hop back and forth. Nice little bumps. And remember, if you have knee issues, you can just, you know, walk side to side. But yeah, this is just a little thing. You should be building up nice glaze, a nice little glaze happening. Like, you shouldn't be sweating profusely, but building a nice glaze, because you just want to raise that heart rate up and get the body all nice and warmed up. And then in 3 seconds, we're going to finish off with one of my personal favorites, some Goku stretches. We used to do these all the time in my MMA classes, and what we did was we alternated sides when we were doing it. So just do it here. And remember, if you're not as flexible as I am right here, then I show you a toned down version. But yeah, just do the iconic Goku stretch. Yeah, you can do it how I'm doing there if you're not as flexible. But yep, just go down, really stretch it out, really stretch those legs out. Yeah, that's good. You feel like a freaking anime character. You're about to go whoop some ass. Yeah, and now you get up.
You with 3 sets, 15 reps. Again, when you hit 15, make sure you can do no more with good form. This is great for building endurance, but also building up that muscle mass to yourself so you're able to do a lot more. And did you know, finish off our upper body day, we have climb the rope crunches. And here what you're going to do is just like it says, you climb an imaginary rope. So what you're doing is you get in a crunch position and then you slowly curl up, but you're slower yourself down. And I want you to do 3 sets of 60 seconds. You will start to feel these burning. The bar, I was just like feeling the mood because I had the gun and stuff like that in front of me, like, you know, Master Chief. And all you're going to do is do some reverse lunges, 3 sets, 15 reps each leg. All right, this is great for building up the legs, great for building up that cheek meat, because mass build it up is going to help you so much, and also build up that muscular endurance in the legs. Following that, we're having some fun here. So you can get yourself an imaginary gun or a squirt gun and then shoot. Light hop and then shoot. Light hop and then shoot. Great for building up the plyometric strength of the legs. Great for building up the muscle mass of the legs, and also building up that explosive, fast twitch muscle fibers so that you can move more, because Master Chief needs this when he's going against all different kinds of enemies. Fun way to work your legs, 3 set 10 reps, and make sure to land softly. That is the key thing, land softly. After that, we have step front kicks. Again, another way, because they're Spartans, right? So this is Sparta kicks, all right? So we're gonna hit you with 3 sets of 15 reps each leg. Great for building up kicking power, and also great for working the hips. And so you really dip down, like feel like kettlebell, because it's easier to grip. So what you wanna do is push your hips back and lower the weight between your legs until it's under your butt. Drive back up to a standing position and swing the weight up, keeping your arms straight. Return to the starting position. Raise the weight until your arms are parallel to the floor, and then repeat that over and over again. This is great for building up explosive power, great for working the back, great for working your butt, and also really great for your cardio. That's why we're doing 3 sets of 30 seconds with this. So just go sled running for the next 100 meters. And again, if you have your gym has one of these, like, I highly recommend using them. Not only are they super fun, but they're a great way to build up your leg strength as well, and build up your explosive power as well. So what you want to do is get the weight, tie it to yourself, attach it to the sled, and then, you know, start with a lighter weight, and then I want you to run 100 meters there, and then just, you know, rest, and then you can run 100 meters back. Make sure the area you're doing this on is flat. Remember, check your ego in at the door, start light, and slowly build up from it. And then we're gonna go with some sled rows. I talked about these in my Edidori training routine. These are great for building up the back muscles, the biceps, and working your cardio as well. And again, I recommend doing it for 100 meters, where all you're doing is you squat down, get yourself nice and stable, and row the weight to you. And then when it gets to you, you walk back and you row it again, and you do that for about 100 meters. It'll be great work, and you'll be sweating a ton. After that, we're gonna go into my personal favorites, panther crawls. All you gotta do is get down on all fours, try to keep your bottom down and in line with your head, keep your body as close to parallel with the floor as possible, bring your heels up so you are on your toes, pull yourself forward using your arms and hands, and using just your legs, carry your body back up to your arms. That's the technical way to do it, but all you gotta do is just crawl forward there and back. So you choose your destination. I recommend 100 meters just because you did 100 meters with the sled runs and sled rows, and then all you gotta do is just, you know, crawl there, crawl back. It is
The first exercise we're going to have you guys do is oblique sit-ups, 4 sets of 25 reps. And what you're going to do here is you're going to come up in a crunching position and really contract the abs and blow out all your air at the top of the movement. That's going to give you the best bang for your buck doing these workouts and get you that nice strong core like Iro has. And we're going to do hanging sit-ups as well, but I want to say this first because it's very important. I really want to stress this. If you're a beginner or, you know, someone young or someone like trying to do these hanging sit-ups, always, I don't care who you are, stay safe, because you could end up, you know, pulling a Christopher Reeves, and I don't want that to happen to you. So I highly suggest only doing it if you have an inversion bench or those moon boots, because those are the ways to keep you like at least stable with it. Like doing it on bars, like let's say you get too sweaty, you could probably slip off and bash your head. Or if you do it on one of those, you know, iron gyms or gym things at home, like you might, you know, slip. And if you don't have pillows or anything beneath you, hell, pillows probably wouldn't need help. So I'm just saying this very clearly, disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. Do not do hanging sit-ups unless you have moon boots or inversion beds, or use a really inclined bench to do your sit-ups on.
After that, we've got clap push-ups, and we're going to do 4 sets of failure. And what I mean by that is you can do no more with good form. After you hit like failure, you just stop and rest 90 seconds, and then you do 3 more sets of it. And if you're a beginner, like I always say, you can just get on your knees, freezing, and then just keep going at your own pace. Remember, these are like just going to help you increase your... By all means, I've explained how to do this, and I was kind of woozy from my head injury, so I had to go home, but I have a whole thing in description of how to accurately get the balance to do them. And if you can't do them without the wall,
but if you're not strong enough or have the core balance or control to do a handstand by itself yet, then just look at those links below and then just do it against the wall. Do a handstand push-up against the wall. Or if you really want to, you could just do pike push-ups, where you just do what I'm doing right here. Like that'll help you just build up some shoulder muscles and all that jazz until you can build up the balance to get those nice handstand push-ups and feel like an anime character.
Alright, the first exercise we're going to have you do is weighted sit-ups, and by this, all you need to do is get a moderately heavy plate and go all the way down, all the way up, well, not all the way down. Really try to feel the contraction in your abdominals. This thing is all about contraction. This helps develop those really deep, thick cuts and crevices that give you a shell-like appearance. So what you want to do is just do 4 sets, 10-15 reps, and really your abs should be burning if you're doing this correctly, because the contraction really builds them up nice and strong. After that, we're going to oblique crunches, 4 sets of 20 each side. These ones, again, really focus on contraction. You don't want to like move your legs. You want to just feel it in your side, so you don't have to go all the way to your knee. Notice how I'm just focusing on my left oblique. All right, that's all I'm trying to focus on. I'm trying to really feel some contraction going on, because this ab exercises, that's the main thing about ab exercises. And then you switch each side after you do 20 on each set. You really want to feel the contraction, really feel the burning, and this is one of the best ones you can do to build up your obliques. Next up are ab rollouts. Now these are kind of difficult, but all you do is get on your knees and roll out as far as you can go with the abdominals. These will like really bring out your intercostals and obliques. I picked these up from Chris Jones from Physique to Greatness, and my God, every time I go on a cut, I notice the definition. So definitely add these to the routine. To finish it off, we have hanging knee raises. What you do with these is you bring your knees to your chest, blow out all your air at the top of the movement, and really feel your abs contract yet again. I used to do these all the time in MMA class, and my God, they give you such a pump and such definition when you are eating seriously clean. Oh my God, these are one of the best ab exercises you can do. We're starting off this follow along off with some bunny charges, all right? You really want to pump those legs up like Mirko, all right? Right when she's whooping ass, you really want to fill those thighs up with blood. And this is one of my favorite exercises because technically it's a Hindu squat, so you get on the balls of your feet and squat down and scoop up. And this is one of my favorite exercises because it helps rehabilitate the knee, but also it works your quads, your calves, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your core because it's making you improve your balance, but it also works coordination and helps you build agility, your functional fitness, muscular endurance, and hypertrophy, and just get blood blood circulating so you can whoop ass like Mirko, all right? We want to get those thick thighs saving lives like a girl. So this is what helping you do that, all right? So really go down, really scoop it, get this stuff going. I got to be careful in this suit because I don't want to rip anything, but we're going immediately to our next exercise, which is roll back jumps, all right? Just a simple thing where you roll back and then you jump up, all right? So it's like you're Mirko, but you're dodging, and she's a rabbit. She's got to jump out the way. So it's like, oh, some debris coming. I'm rolling back and I'm jumping up. But again, if you're a beginner, just roll back and then stand up. Completely fine, completely fine. This is going to help build your like muscular strength, muscular endurance, and also help improve your sports ability because it's a great plyometric movement. And I have to be careful because I don't want anything to pop out in this position. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. And then we're immediately going into Mirko pursuers. All right, so you're going to get down and then you're going to hop back up and do a tuck jump at the beginning because Mirko is running. She loves to run, she loves to duck, and then she loves to attack, all right? So that's what we're doing here. This is what this is emulating, all right? So it's like you're running, boom, 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 and then you're getting down, you're dodging out the way, and then you're standing up. This is the beginner variation for people out there who feel like it's too intense. But again, if you're like really after it, you're sprinting in place, and this grass is slippery, so I got to be careful not to bust my ass as well. So you get down and jump up, all right? So all you're doing is follow along with me. Just follow along with me, all right? Get down, hold the position, do a little push-up isometric hold, and then you're going to jump up again, tuck jumping, really hoping nothing pops out inappropriately to get me canceled. But yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1, hop back up, and immediately to our next exercise, which is going to be sprinter dodges. So it's like Mirko again, you're chasing after someone, and then all you're doing is like you're getting in a sprinter position, like you're running like Mirko would be doing, but you're doing a slight hop to the side, all right? And again, I got you. If you're a beginner with the bad knees, I got you. So do this, what I'm doing right here. Just keep the knees bent, all right? Really work those quads. But if you're advanced, you know, you're just running side to side, dodging, boom, boom, boom. This grass is really slippery too, so I'm trying not to bust my ass. So all you're doing, running side to side, getting that sprinter position, boom, sprinter position, boom. Oh yeah, get those thighs working, all right? So you're running. And now we're gonna go into rubble bounces. Rubble bounces is like, all right, I'm on this grass, it's breaking. Oh my God, this rubble beneath me is breaking. And then the proportionate force to do with these is pretend like you jumped in the middle of the night and you don't want to crush your PlayStation controller. And again, got a thing for your beginners right there, but like that's level of force. I always say like to keep your knees safe, you got to land softly. So pretend like you have a controller underneath you and you're trying not to break it. All right, come on, keep going, go fast, go fast, go fast. You got this. And then we're going immediately to rabbit runs. All right, so again, you got to build that agility up. And again, really try not to bust my ass, but here you go. You're going forward, back, side to side, all that jazz, because Mirko is really great at her agility at getting this stuff. So all we're doing is I like to set up a yoga mat and then I just went around it. And if you're a beginner, again, keep those knees bent and then just walk slowly, really work the quads. You can feel it like burn in. It works really well. But like you can go as fast you want with this. Like see how many you can do in this 45-second time frame. It's really going to do a lot for helping you to increase your speed. Also, it's going to burn your legs because you're keeping your knees bent the entire time. So it's really working your quads. But after this, we have a rest interval coming up. And while we're doing that rest interval, I'm going to tell you about our sponsorship today, Tiege Hanley. Kicks. This is Mirko's staple move for her badass kicking. And all we're doing is going into a reverse lunge and kicking. These are some beginner variations if you're not as flexible yet and you can't do that. But all you're doing is reverse lunging and kicking. I'm actually fighting for my life here right now, like Mirko is, because I have to keep myself from revealing myself. I also have to keep myself from ripping the suit, and I also have to not bust my ass on this slippery ass grass. So I'm actually fighting for my life here. But we're going 12 reps each leg. So really pulse it, really make you feel it and stuff like that. All right. So now we're going to go on to the next leg. 12 reps each leg. When you see something that says 12 reps, don't just do like 6 per leg. All right. That means 12 reps each leg. So that's what you're doing. All right. Really feel it. Really put that power behind it. Like, bah, I'm kicking this dude. Like this person trying to try me. What, you think I'm like a bitch because I'm wearing this fucking outfit? Come on, try me, motherfucker. Bam. Yeah, take this rabbit kick. Yeah. Get after it. All right. And then after this, we're going into our next exercise. And this is going to help keep your lower back safe and also work that glute bustle, you know, because Mirko's got some cake on her. I'm not going to lie. She has some booty on her. So what we're doing is we're just going to go 12 reps each side. So you get yourself in a glute bridge position. And all you're going to do is raise your knee 12 reps each time. This is working your core, this is working your lower back, and this is great so you don't throw out your lower back as well. One of my favorite exercises is helping to build the glute muscles. But again, if you're a beginner, just do what I'm doing up there. All right, just a simple glute bridge. All right, and we're just going to do 12 reps each side again. All right, remember, these are going back to back to back. When you're doing really high reps of stuff, the lower the rest is what's going to give you more bang for your buck in this regard. Because if you were just to do 12 reps by itself and then like rest a long time, it's like, oh, wasn't even that challenging, but like when you do them back to back like this, it starts to feel like my legs feel heavy. I feel like I'm squatting like freaking ridiculous amount of weight right now. But yeah, keep that up. We're doing 12 reps each leg. You got this. Then we got some good old Jane Fondas. Again, if you're on my channel and you've been here a while, you know how much I love these. These are great at stabilizing the knee, but also they help you build that cheek meat up, and they also just work your hips immensely. So if you've never done these before and you start doing them, and it's gonna feel like a big shock to your hips. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's gonna burn like crazy. But a key thing I want you to keep in mind when doing this is make sure on the eccentric portion, the lowering portion, you don't just let your leg drop. You actively control yourself lowering it. That makes a world of difference and gives you much better results for this. See, look at my thighs activating. Like, look how great that is. Don't you want some nice activation like that? All right, but realistically, what this does is so much for just helping you to help your limbs be stable. It helps improve your posture, it helps improve flexibility, and also just your limb speed in general. But you know, take your time, really go with this. 15 reps each side. All right, see those legs right there? I'm trying to help you get some nice, strong, stable legs. All right, so you can rock your own Mirko stuff as well and just be like, oh God, yeah, now I can understand why I'm doing this stuff. So this is paying off well for you. And then we're going into some villain kicks, because Mirko is known for, you know, kicking at. That's her thing, all right? She's a rabbit hero. She kicks. So these are just modified donkey kicks. If you're a beginner, just do the variation up in the upper left corner. But all you're doing is pretend like you're kicking out. So you're kicking out. This is, again, working the legs. It's going to burn really profusely, especially after doing those Jane Fondas. But yeah, it's like, I'm kicking. Yeah, get the hell away from me. What the hell are you doing? And bam, bam, bam. You're kicking 15 reps each leg, all right? So switch sides and then go after it again. And then just keep going. Keep it going, control it, and then like when you get more advanced with it, you can actually make it more powerful. Like you're like trying to like actually boom, get away, boom, get away, boom, get away. Just keep stretching out. This is great for building your flexibility, great for helping you to develop not only stable legs but strong legs as well. And that's the key thing here, because I don't want any of you getting injured. I want you to be the best. And then we go into the final exercise, which is split squats, which again, little fun fact, you can just do what I just did there. That's a little trick to help make your split squats easier, because some people have a problem getting the form down. But we're doing 15 reps each leg, and but what we're doing is we are holding ourselves in the pocket for 2 seconds. So every time we go down and squat, we hold it for 2 seconds. And then if you're a beginner, you can do reverse lunges, but we're doing it. And again, in my head, so I don't lose count, I always go AB. So when I go down, I go squat, AB, and then I go up, and I go squat, AB, and I go up. And this is just a great way to like really build that strength by working on the isometrics. But I'm gonna make this burn even more in a second. So we're gonna do these little pulses. Yeah, so you're gonna do as many pulses I'm doing right here, and that's just to really make it burn. Yeah, this hurts. It's good, but it really gives your legs extra thing. But here's a little trick I showed how to do split squats. Just kick your leg out, your lead leg out, and then go how I'm doing here. And then we're gonna do it again. So we're gonna do this together again, 15 reps each leg. You got this. Boom, up, holding the pocket, trying to keep my balance, boom, up, really working your legs. Single leg movement, single leg unilateral movements are phenomenal for helping you to increase your leg strength, your power, and so much stuff overall. Like these should be implemented. And you can also add dumbbells to these or kettlebells to these if you wanted to make it more challenging. I love doing these with dumbbells occasionally. And again, this is just a way to really, really make it burn, is like really focusing on those isometrics, really focusing on getting all the tension right there in the muscles so you feel it working. And this is just a great way to build it up. Yeah, get that cake meat. Yeah, pulse it out. Pulse it out. You got this. You got this. Don't give up. Don't give up. I know you can do it, and done.
You already know we're starting off with 5-style anime god makers. We call them that because if any anime pro tag does enough of these, they become the OP badass of the show that no one F's with. And we're going to do 5 variations, 10 to 20 reps each, starting with 10 reps of basic push-ups. And after we do the 10 reps of basic push-ups, we're going to go into immediately 10 reps of diamond push-ups. And then immediately following the 10 diamond push-ups, we go into fingertip push-ups. I have to warn you though, if you're not strong enough to do fingertip push-ups, then just do them on your knees first, because they can cause damage if not done properly. After that, we're going to go wide with these things, and what we're really doing is building strength and endurance by doing these back to back. And after that, we're going to do pike or handstand push-ups, whatever you choose to do. 10 reps of those. And what this is doing is building tons of endurance, because what we're going to do next is we're going to focus on the lower body with rock squat pulses. So get into Gon's rock pose and slowly pulse up and down. This is going to start burning really well after a while, but we're going to do that 5 sets of 1 minute. Then after that, we're going into barbell curls, 4 sets, 8 to 12 reps. So what I really want you to focus on always is the contraction, slow and controlled. Don't just swing it up and down. Focus on really lifting the weight up and then slowly lowering it down. Everything's better slow and controlled. Just as your girlfriend. But yeah, that's what you want to do. After that, we're going to do 4 sets of 20 burpees. Now, with burpees, this is just going to help be a nice conditioning exercise. If you want to, you can superset it with the barbell curl. So after you finish a set of barbell curls, do a set of burpees. And what I'm demonstrating right here is just a beginner burpee for those who aren't as athletic yet, aren't able to do it as efficiently. But it's completely fine. We all have to start somewhere. After that, we're going into a weighted plank, 4 sets of 1 minute. It's a static hold, and Killa was an electric guy, so I had to. And plus, the dude is freaking ripped insanely. And this is going to help give you a nice, strong core, but also a strong lower back, which is great for people who have lower back issues. Now, if you have lower back issues, don't use a plate at all. You can just do a beginner version. What I'm doing will hold yourself up in the standard position, like a push-up position, or you can go down and just do a plank without weight, but really push your heels back to really make sure your back is flat, your core is tight, and this is going to be one of the best exercises. After that, we're going to finish up with Godspeed intervals. You can do this on a separate day, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going for a run, and during the run, every 2 minutes of your run, do a 15-second sprint as fast as you can go. Now, this is better on regular ground because you can run faster than a treadmill. So do a sprint as fast as you can go for 15 seconds, but then for 2 minutes, keep alternating 15 seconds of running, 50 seconds of sprinting, and then do this for 20 minutes. It's a great way to get athletic, burn fat, and it's going to wear you out.
First, anime god makers, aka push-ups, since every pro tag uses them to get stronger. Since pretty much everyone knows how to do them, I suggest doing them slow and controlled, and to pack a more powerful punch and pick up hand speed, try clap push-ups and modify them as you get stronger. Those really help knock you out. Next is another exercise pretty much everyone knows, sit-ups. What you're doing here is just blowing out all the air and contracting the abs, because you really want to focus on the abdominals, not your legs and all that other jazz. You just want the abs to be stronger and the core to be stronger, so girls want to look at them when they look at them. Pretty simple exercise. Alright, next up is body squats, and these are pretty basic. Just make sure your knees do not go past your toes, your back is straight, and you go all the way down, all the way up. These are great for warming you up, great for building muscular endurance, and actually, in some cases, they can help you jump higher. I mean, you can't boost like Saitama, so add some box jumps in there as well, because box jumps are just great for building up your calf muscles, quads, everything in your legs, just making them stronger all around. Just keep safe and make sure you land softly. Now on to running. Get a timer or stopwatch and set it for 30 minutes. Go running and try your hardest not to stop when you feel like you have emptied the tank. Remember the exact minute you stopped at, then each time you run, try to beat that time, and when that 30 minutes becomes easier, pick up the pace in your running and set a goal like I'm going to run around this area within 30 minutes or less. And if you really want to punch harder, there's no substitute for heavy bag work. I mean, this is seriously one of the best ways to increase your punching power, because all you're doing is letting loose. We're going to superset this with some anime god makers. Yeah, some clap anime god makers. Just clap push-ups for all y'all out there who are new to this channel trying to get in shape. And all you're going to do is you're just going to get down. As soon as you finish those 8 to 12 reps, just do those clap push-ups like I'm doing here, and just do as many as you can in 30 seconds. And then after you finish that, you rest approximately 70 to 90 seconds, and then you get back into the workout routine and do it 3 more sets. What we're going to be doing in this workout was we're going to be focusing on combining compound lifts with compound just exercise calisthenics. So that's where it's going to give you the best of both worlds, so you can get that truly great aesthetic and just strong physique overall. After that, we go on to some dumbbell rows, or again, it can be barbell rows, whatever you prefer. And we're going to do approximately 4 sets, 8 to 12 reps again, and you're going to do that, just making sure those last 4 reps, those always want to be a grind. Like, that's something you want to go for. Those last 4 reps, just, oh God, they're going to be hard to get through, but you got to push yourself to get through them. And then what you're going to do, this is going to give you those nice traps that Garo has. So I'm going to superset that with this exercise called Cobra. This is a bodyweight exercise. All you want to do is an isometric. All you're doing is you're just holding yourself up in the position I'm holding right here, making sure your core is still on the floor and your lower legs are lifted off the floor, making sure this should not give you any pain in your lower back. It actually is a lower back strengthener that I picked up in physical therapy, and I love it a lot. And it also works your insane upper back muscles really well when you contract it. Really squeeze it for those 30 seconds, and then just feel it. You will feel like a great burn going. But if you're not strong enough to do that yet, you could just do what I'm doing here. This is a beginner variation of it. And remember, just take your time, build up, all right? Even if you're going to be a supervillain, you gotta take your time to be in the badass you need to be. Like, after that, what we're going to do, you're going to superset those standard dips with body dips, what I'm doing right here. So you're going to lift your right leg up into the air and do approximately 10 dips. Then you're going to switch legs and do the left leg in the air and do 10 dips. And then you're going to do this hello my baby, hello my honey kick dance right here. And that's just going to give you a nice tricep exercise. Again, rest 70-90 seconds between the workout, and then try it again for approximately 3 more times. Then we're going to get into our final 4-set thing. Dumbbell squats, or it could be barbell squats. Remember, just make sure you have a spotter if you use a barbell. And just you're going to be doing 3 sets of 15 reps, because Garo has strong legs, so I really want those endurance in those legs. So you make sure you do 12 to 15 reps in them. And then after you finish those 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, what you're gonna go into is Hindu squats. Now, Hindu squats, if you're not familiar with them, all you're gonna do is come up onto the ball of your foot like I'm doing here, like you're sort of on your tippy toes, and then you're gonna squat down, making a looping motion with your arms. This is a fast exercise for tempo. This is one of the best exercises that you can do for not only just strengthening the legs all over, but also helping you have some rehabilitation for your knees, so you could still train your legs. If you're a person who has knee issues, then this is an exercise I highly recommend adding into it. Just make sure you go to a doctor or physical therapist first to make sure you're not doing more damage. But once I incorporated these, oh my God, my legs feel stronger than ever. Then we got some basic dumbbell exercises, but I'm doing reverse lunges because honestly, the reason I like these is because it makes my butt pop a bit more when I do it. So yeah, I got some nice Jaxbalde action for you. And all I'm doing here, 3 sets, 12 reps, each leg, making sure each leg gets a point. Like when people say 3 sets of 12, sometimes they just do 6 each leg. No, make sure you're doing 12 each leg. That's the way to increase the strength and the muscularity in the muscle. And then what we're going to do with that, we're going to switch into just body weight lunges, what I'm doing right here. You know, very simple, just body weight lunges, as many you can do for 30 seconds. And then to finish up the strength training portion, we're going to be doing double crunches like what I'm doing here, and I've done these countless times on my channel already, so no need to explain right there. Just follow along with what I'm doing. Make sure when you crunch at the top, you are blowing out all the air, contracting, getting that blood flow all around the abdomen. Yes, it's great. And we're going to superset that with mountain climbers, and both of these are going to be timed. So you're going to do 30 seconds of double crunches, 30 seconds of mountain climbers, and then you're going to alternate that for 5 times. Try to rest as little as possible, and that is going to give you a nice little finisher that sort of also counts as a HIIT workout too, because those mountain climbers can be very cardio-esque and stuff like that. It's just great. So make sure you get that done. Now, any type of pull-up you want, I suggest doing wide to really get that wide lateral thing, like that Cobra vibe going on. And we're going to be doing, you know, pretty basic stuff. Just do them. You can either do them weighted if you want to. You can do like what I'm doing here, where I do a knee raise and then do the pull-up. So I'm working my core and working my upper bodies. But we're going to superset that with this exercise called Cobra. This is a bodyweight exercise. All you want to do is an isometric. All you're doing is you're just holding yourself up in the position I'm holding right here, making sure your core is still on the floor and your lower legs are lifted off the floor, making sure this should not give you any pain in your lower back. It actually is a lower back strengthener that I picked up in physical therapy, and I love it a lot. And it also works your insane upper back muscles really well when you contract it. Really squeeze it for those 30 seconds, and then just feel it. You will feel like a great burn going. But if you're not strong enough to do that yet, you could just do what I'm doing here. This is a beginner variation of it. And remember, just take your time, build up, all right? Even if you're going to be a supervillain, you got to take your time to be in the badass you need to be, like our boy Garo. What we're going to do, you're going to superset those standard dips with body dips, what I'm doing right here. So you're going to lift your right leg up into the air and do approximately 10 dips. Then you're going to switch legs and do the left leg in the air and do 10 dips, and then you're going to do this hello my baby, hello my honey kick dance right here, and that's just going to give you a nice tricep exercise. Again, rest 70-90 seconds between the workout and then try it again for approximately 3 more times. Then we're going to get into our final 4-set thing, dumbbell squats, or it could be barbell squats. Remember, just make sure you have a spotter if you use a barbell, and just you're going to be doing 3 sets of 15 reps, because Garo has strong legs, so I really want those endurance in those legs. So you make sure you do 12 to 15 reps in them. And then after you finish those 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, what you're gonna go into is Hindu squats. Now Hindu squats, if you're not familiar with them, all you're gonna do is come up onto the ball of your foot like I'm doing here, like you're sort of on your tippy toes, and then you're gonna squat down, making a looping motion with your arms. This is a fast exercise for tempo. This is one of the best exercises that you can do for not only just strengthening the legs all over, but also helping you have some rehabilitation for your knees so you can still train your legs. If you're a person who has knee issues, then this is an exercise that I highly recommend adding into it. Just make sure you go to a doctor or physical therapist first to make sure you're not doing more damage. But once I incorporated these, oh my god, my legs feel stronger than ever. Then we got some basic dumbbell exercises, but I'm doing reverse lunges because honestly, the reason I like these is because it makes my butt pop a bit more when I do it. So yeah, I got some nice Jaxbalde action for you. And all I'm doing here, 3 sets, 12 reps each leg, making sure each leg gets a point. Like when people say 3 sets of 12, sometimes they just do 6 each leg. No, make sure you're doing 12 each leg. That's the way to increase the strength and the muscularity in the muscle. And then what we're going to do with that, we're going to switch into just body weight lunges. What I'm doing right here, you know, very simple, just body weight lunges, as many you can do for 30 seconds. And then to finish up the strength training portion, we're going to be doing double crunches like what I'm doing here, and I've done these countless times on my channel already, so no need to explain right there. Just follow along with what I'm doing. Make sure when you crunch at the top, you are blowing out all the air, contracting, getting that blood flow all around the abdomen. Yes, it's great. And we're going to superset that with mountain climbers, and both of these are going to be timed. So you're going to do 30 seconds of double crunches, 30 seconds of mountain climbers, and then you're going to alternate that for 5 times. Try to rest as little as possible, and that is going to give you a nice little finisher that sort of also counts as a HIIT workout too, because those mountain climbers can be very cardio-esque and stuff like that. It's just now for cardio days, you know, simple stuff like before, like because Garo, I'm sorry I keep saying it that way, I'm just used to it. Garo is always just owning heroes left and right and training martial arts as a little kid. Make sure you are boxing, shadow boxing, doing martial arts, something on the cardio days. Like the 3 cardio days you're gonna have is, you know, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Make sure you're doing either shadow boxing, punching the heavy bag, or sparring someone. Because, right, so for the Garo, tough like the Toons, remember, this is what we're gonna do. Bench press with push-ups, that's going.
Alright, to start off this exercise, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing speed bags forward and speed bags reversed. All you're doing is just moving your arms how I'm doing right here in this circular motion. So do 3 sets of 30 seconds forward and 3 sets of 30 seconds reverse, or you can just constantly do like a minute each, so like 30 seconds forward, 30 seconds back. This is great for not only helping you develop like fluid motion, but also helping you to warm up the elbows and shoulders and just get nice blood flow everywhere. So when you're
like up and down, just doing casual push-up, what you're going to do is you're going to pause at the bottom, pause in the middle, and pause at the top. And you can pause for 5 seconds, and what you want to do is you want to do this for about 45 seconds. You can like switch whichever one you want to do, but as long as you make sure you hit all 3 areas, the lower part, the middle. Next up, we've got lunge kicks, superset it with bicycle crunches. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a back lunge, like a reverse lunge, stepping back, and then what you're going to do is you're going to step forward and kick as hard as you can. So what you do is just get down, lunge, kick up. Get down, lunge, kick up like I'm doing here. This is a great way to build up that leg strength and also build up that power and speed. And if you can't, you're not as flexible to go that high, then just do what I'm doing right here. Like you can do a knee as well. Like you can do a knee or you can do a partial kick. Just round and do 60 seconds of bicycle crunches. So make sure you're contracting the core, blowing out the air at the top of the movement so you really feel that transverse abdominis working and get those obliques and everything contracting and feeling it. Just, it's gonna burn like hell, but it's gonna be so worth it. And then after you finish that superset, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do 3 sets, 30 seconds, as many as you can do. And remember, if you're not strong enough to do those, you can do them on your knees. Those clap push-ups are going to be supersetted once you finish those 30 seconds with standing side leg raises. Now, standing side leg raises are just what they look like right here. All you're doing is standing up, keeping your hands up like you're guarding yourself, and you're raising the leg up to the side. This is working the abductors of the leg. And also, this is great for knee health and knee stability. It's also working your butt too, and also helping you build more flexibility. And I want you to do 10 of those on each leg. And if you're not flexible enough to do them, then you can easily just do a pendulum leg swing where you just swing the leg back and forth like I'm doing right here, and you're just lightly raising it up. This is also, I use this in my warm-up video when I did a Kemi's warm-up from however the dumbbells you lift. But this is a phenomenal exercise just to help you get a lot of blood flow and flexibility in the leg, and also help to strengthen it as well. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do pull kicks each leg. And what I mean by that is, what I want you to do is imagine that like you're grabbing your opponent's arms, pulling them forward, and then kicking them right in the chin. So like you grab, pull, kick them in the chin. This is all 5 3-minute rounds. So you would do like, okay, I'm gonna fight as hard as I can for 3 minutes, then rest a minute, then I'm gonna go in and do 3 minutes, and it's just like you're fighting an actual fight, but it's just against an imaginary person. This person could be whoever you want to fight, whoever, it doesn't matter. Just as long as you're keeping at it, breaking the sweat, going up. And you're going to do 3 sets of 45 seconds. So these are pause isometric push-ups, and you're going to just alternate doing high, low, medium, and hold each of those for 5 seconds, and then go up, down, left, right, and then you can switch positions however you want. 3 sets, 45 seconds. Then after that, we're going into bicycle crunches and lunge kick, where you can either do which one you want to do first, and you can do the lunge kick, which is going to be 3 sets of 15 each leg, and then superset with bicycle crunches, 3 sets, 60 seconds, and then you rest again a minute or 30 seconds depending on what conditioning you want for yourself. Then we're going into clap push-ups, which you can do for 30 seconds, and like just try to get as many as you can, 30 seconds. And remember, if you're not strong enough, you can always use your knees, and then mix those with standing side leg raises. And remember, like you're just going to do 15 of those each leg, and 3 sets of those as well. But if you're not flexible enough, you can always do pendulum legs as well. Then we follow up with pull kicks each leg, which is going to be just 3 sets each leg, and you can do 12 to 15 if you want, and then just keep doing those over and over. Then we're going into our tennis ball training just to get the dodging in, and you can either do 3 sets of 20 dodges each side, or you can just do them for time. So 3 sets of 60 seconds or 40 seconds or 30 seconds, whatever you feel comfortable with. Just don't wake up your parents with the loudness. And then, go into shadow boxing. And shadow boxing, we want to do 5 3-minute rounds, but if you really want to be a beast, you can do it beforehand. Or you can actually make shadow boxing an entire day of its own, and then you can have like an entire day where you go, oh, I want to maybe do 12 or 10 rounds if you have the conditioning like that, because it's just like, oh, it's going to help you trim up really fast, help you burn fat, also help you increase as a fighter just because you're doing it, and then it just make you feel a lot more fit and active afterwards. So that's something to keep in mind too. But otherwise, you could just do 3 sets of 3-minute rounds after this. But of
boy, Bakugo, and we got some explosive god makers to start us off. If you're new to my channel, god makers are just what every anime character uses to get super strong to fight the bad guy. But if you're not strong enough to do them explosively like that yet, all you do is just get into a push-up position and then explosively push yourself off the ground. This is going to be working your pec muscle, your front of your shoulder, your triceps, and this is just going to make you more powerful and more explosive overall. So it's a great plyometric movement in building power. A lot of boxers actually use this to increase their hand speed and also the power in their punches. And Bakugo, when you look at the dude's arms, like, alright, let's be honest, Bakugo is like one of the buffest kids in UA. Just look at those damn arms, okay? He's like freaking jacked as hell for a kid. And so this is the way to get to it if you're just a beginner. So all you're gonna do is get down into a push-up position. Just get on your knees. There's no shame in it, alright? Pause, I know. But like, yeah, just get on your knees and do the beginning. But then we're gonna work on those legs and get some explosive jumps in there. This is gonna help you jump higher, move faster, and just get stronger legs overall. But make sure to land softly. That is the key thing here. You don't want to like bust your knee up. So actually don't do it on the cement like I was doing. Just do it on the grass. I was doing it because some guy was mowing. But this works your quads, your calves, and your butt, and just makes you nice and explosive all over. And if you really want to take it to the next level, what you can do is you can fuse them together by doing 10 explosive push-ups and 10 explosive jumps back to back, and like you could just do that for a minute, like just alternating. If you want to get even more advanced, you can put your hands out in front of you. That just makes the explosive push-up more challenging because you got to make sure your hands are fast enough to not bust your face, and so you just jump up and keep tapping. But again, beginners, take your time to work up to that superhero ability, and then just, you know, use your knees, lightly press off the ground, and you can do light hops. And if you don't feel comfortable doing light hops, just alternating knee taps. Like, that's going to give you that nice ability. But now, time to get y'all some nice hard bodies, just like my boy. This is a great exercise at helping you develop hard, chiseled muscles just like Kirishima. And what you want to do is just get up in a crunch position and either stick your legs up or do what I'm doing here if you're a beginner and just tap them and keep tapping them and make sure you keep the stomach flexed. But next up is Ida, who has just some of the most insane leg gains I've ever seen in my life. So what we're going to do here is toe walk over, and then once you get to a certain area, now, I've preached countless times on this channel how much I love sprinting. Not only is it great at burning fat, it's great at building muscle and just making you a lean, athletic specimen. Just what to do is we're going to be doing burn planks. So what you're going to do is do mountain climbers for as fast as you can, keeping that core contracted, really burn that body fat in those legs. And then you're going to freeze in place by doing a static plank. And you're going to alternate these every 10 seconds. And I know some of you may be wondering, well, why didn't I just do it? Seconds there and back, all you're going to do is be hopping like a frog, there and back, easy. Work the calf muscles, the butt muscles, the quads, and get them nice and jumped up so you can jump like Suyu. But if you're a beginner and you have bad knees, then all you gotta do is squat down and press up like I'm doing here. There's no shame in it. Unisex workouts to help build up. So you can either do pullovers. Both of these are way better if you have a dumbbell, and squeeze presses where you squeeze the chest in the middle. Make sure you're really squeezing the chest. But now shout out.
You already know them, anime god makers, aka push-ups, because every anime person does these. They become like super powerful in the end. But I want to say, like, for this, pick a number that is ridiculously high for you, but not too high. So like something reasonable, but like it still be a bit out there. So I'm doing 100 push-ups without stopping, and if I can't do 100 push-ups without stopping, then I'm gonna have to do 500 body squats without stopping. So that's what I'm like making my challenge. My challenge to myself is, if I cannot do the rep range of the previous set, I'm gonna have to increase my rep ranges to the other set, like I'm doing, well, actual Rock Lee's training. So right here, I'm doing approximately 300 body squats. Oh yeah, for fingertip push-ups, I have to admit this. If you are a beginner, do fingertip push-ups on your knees first, because if you do them wrong, you can actually break your finger if like you don't do them properly, like if you're a beginner. So make sure to like master the form on your knees and then move up to do them like standard push-up style, but be careful as well. After that, I'm going to do Konoha sprints for there and back, and that's going to be 100 meters, 100 meter sprint there and back. And when I get back, like when I run back, I'm going to rest approximately 30 seconds, and then I'm going to do that 3 more times. After that, I'm going to go into handstand walking. Now, handstand walking is a bit difficult because it takes core control and balance, and so like if you're a beginner, it's going to be difficult to master. So I decided to actually leave the site that I actually learned how to do handstand walking from in the link below. So be sure to check out the description below of how to fully do it, because they're really fun once you get the hang of them. And after that, we're going into jump rope 300 times without fail. That just means you're going to jump 300 times without messing up. If you mess up, that means you have to double up on your next exercise. So if you're doing this, like saying, if I cannot do 300 jump ropes without fail, then I'll have to do more in my next exercise. That's a continual thing of Mike Guy and Rock Lee's training. So for handstand push-ups here, again, they're a bit difficult to do. So I'm going to suggest doing them against the wall, and also look at the link below. And then after that, we're going into punching and kicking practice, and this is pretty common, you know, but for kicking, I'm not the best kicker at all. Like, I'm good at like protecting myself, but my friend Traingo here is a phenomenal kick. So I actually left a whole link in the description. She goes into depth of like how to kick properly and like how to get the hang of it. So like I suggest that. And remember,
dude, sucking at something is the first step towards being sorta good at something.
After that, we're going into one-arm push-ups without failure. Remember, you can just do these on your knees first, and then just try to get as many as you can.
Blood and sweat for you guys. Blood and sweat.
And then after that, let's finish up with a nice 2-mile lap. All right, this doesn't have to be anything, but just go at your own good pace and then have a little app to tell you how far you're running. And then if you want to be beast, you can add ankle weights, but make sure they're only 2 pounds at first. Exercise is a hip flexor twist stretch. Make sure to drag the leg back, push that hip down, and breathe through the stretch. That is one of the key things in getting the best out of all these stretches, is just breathing properly. And then this should just be nice and relaxing and help warm up those legs and that lower back. And you want to alternate sides after every 30 seconds. So after you finish that, just switch sides and go do it on the opposite side for 30 seconds. After that, we have a quadricep stretch. So this is a common balance exercise and good for warming up the front of the leg. So if you have problem balancing yourself, you can grab the opposite ear or keep the cord tight. That'll actually help you maintain your balance, and hold that for 30 seconds. And then after 30 seconds, just alternate sides like before. That's just going to help warm up the front of the leg, or the front of the quadricep, the big muscle right there. And then after that, we've got a hamstring stretch. I think we're all pretty much familiar with this. It's what we do in gym class and martial arts and stuff like that. And all you're doing is breathing in. I'll ignore my British boxers, and breathe in and slowly try to push yourself further down. But remember, do not overstretch yourself, because that will lead to injury. So just do the best of your ability and then try to, beat yourself. And after that, we have a pigeon stretch. Now, this is one of my personal favorites from a yoga class I used to go to. It also helped with my lower back pain. If you're a beginner, start up front and then keep the back knee bent at a 90-degree angle, because your front leg in front is at a 90-degree angle as well. But if you're extra flexible and really want to get a good stretch going, then you can bend over the front knee at a 90-degree angle and then just lie down in front of it for 30 seconds, and then alternate sides for the next 30 seconds and hold it. And this should help you feel a great big stretch in your buttocks, and it helps with your lower back pain tremendously. Then after that, we have walkouts, and walkouts are just like common things we used to do in football practice at the beginning. And all you're going to do is just slowly walk yourself down and then walk yourself up. Now, if you're not as flexible, the key here is to keep your legs straight, but if you're not, you can bend your knees and then try to keep them straighter at each time you go, but make sure you're breathing. Like, I really emphasize breathing on this, because you don't want to, throw your back out, but really, if you want to, just bend your knees like I'm doing right there, and then try to stretch them out so when you walk up, they're staying straight. This is just a great stretch for your hamstrings, your quads, your lower back, all that jazz. It's just an incredible stretch for you. Then after that, we have a common shoulder stretch. I pretty much, I think everyone knows how to do it, because we did this every single day in PE before warming up. So, just get that shoulder stretch in right there, and does opposite side as well. After that, we have a groin stretch, and if you want to make the stretch deeper, just push down on the knees. That'll make it a better stretch. And then after that, we have a tricep stretch, just to warm up the arms and keep the shoulders. This warms up your triceps and your shoulders, so just make sure, and if you can try to push it down further, like this is actually, we used to do this in my MMA class, just to see how far you could go down. And it just warms up the tricep, shoulder, and gets the joint nice and loose. And if you really want to push it, you can do the Nakama hands right here, and this is a stretch that just warms up. You're trying to hold hands with each other. This show tests your shoulder mobility and just warms them up completely. And we did this in yoga class. But if you're not flexible enough to do that, then you can just use a towel or a band and then just gradually prove it. And now, sometimes over shoulder flexibility can be a bad thing, but this just helps some people a lot with their things. And then if you really, really want to push the shoulder stretching, like all you really had to do was a regular shoulder stretch, you could do a backwards prayer, what I'm doing right here. I remember when I mastered this, like it took a while to get, but it's just a nice little, if your shoulders feel so freaking open after this, and it helped me when I was in my physical therapy. But if you're a beginner, just push your hands into your back and push your elbows back, and that also warms up the shoulder muscle as well and gives it a nice good stretch. This is another stretch I did in physical therapy.
All right, next we've got some torso glute stretches, and I think pretty much every athlete watching this video recognizes it, but all you want to do is put one leg out like straight in front of you and then bend your knee over it like I'm doing right here, and then really twist. Feel the tension and contract. This is a lower back saver. Like, my God, this will save your lower back and keep you just like, so many people, if you did this stretch, lower back pain would be like, where'd you go? Like, why did my back used to be so much, you know, full of tension and stuff like that. This is one of the best stretches you can do. And if you want to make it deeper, then you can bring the up knee in, and that just gives you a bigger push. But I love this stretch. It's one of the things that saved my lower back when I used to have lower back pain all the time. And then we're going to go into a lumborum stretch. And this is what you're going to do, is you're going to get into a straddle stance and then just reach over and really feel the stretch in your back and lower bottom. This is also a lower back saver as well. And what you want to do is just reach each side for 30 seconds. Point the toes up. I was trying to keep my toes pointed up, but there was a wasp flying around me and I got stung before, so I don't want to do that. And then in your next straddle stance, this is a thing we used to do when we were kids. Just push out in front of you. So breathe in and then slowly push yourself out. Like, try to go deep down. So if you can get your head to touch the ground, then you are incredibly flexible. But remember, do not overstrain yourself. Just try to go to the best of your ability. Like, always try to beat yourself. I know, phrasing. Then after that, we've got some bridges. Not only are these great for getting a good booty, they're also great for stretching lower back. Like, I'm doing a lot of lower back stretches in this, and if you want to get more advanced in this, then really do what I'm doing here. This is a thing I learned in yoga, and you can build up the strength to do it. Just start with bridges and then just slowly move to your hands and then slowly move to, you know, what I'm doing right here. So it's a great stretch for that. And then we got, I had to get this in gear second. So what you're gonna do, get like Luffy when he's doing a gear second stretch. It's sort of like doing a goblet stretch. So what you're gonna do is just get into a squat position, hold it, and then if you want to, if you don't want to do that, it's fine. Then just stretch your hamstrings out, and then just walk over and stretch your hamstrings like you're, you know, doing a Shanti and Sandy video. Is fine, guys. Or you could just hold this one. This will warm up your nice glutes and butt. Like, you really want to do this. And this is just another. I put so many lower back things in this because, guys, if you stretch, you can injure your lower back, like. And that's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun whatsoever if you injure your lower back. So I put all these stretches in there, like, so your upper body's warmed up, your lower body's warmed up, but you really want to stretch your lower back out without getting it injured, because that is one of the things that will just save you so much time later on in life. So that's why we add them in here. And then you can, you know, go whoop ass to the fullest content. You would hate to like throw a high kick and just, oh God, my back. So that's what we put them in here. They're very important. Get it done.
Did you warm up? Now let's start this workout out with some Bankai short on sheets. What you're gonna be doing here is get yourself a nice firm band, hold it firmly to the side, and then pull it like you're trying to extend a sword to like slash someone, like you're trying to slash and extend that sword out. And I want you to do that for 3 sets of 30 seconds each arm. The muscles that you're working are your rotator cuff and your lower trapezius and hollow slashes. Yeah, because, you know, Ichigo's always slashing up and down, but like, for your core, for your arms, your shoulders, your back, and your chest. And it's also working those serratus muscles, like those little shark gills on the side, and really getting them, the bear claws and stuff like that. It's 3 sets of 15
15 to 20 reps on each side, and your air at the bottom of the movement and really contract, because that's when you will feel your abs working. Keep your stabs or arachne. Am I saying it right? You know, it's been so long since I watched Bleach, but I just remember grim sets of 15 to 20 reps each side. Again, this is working your core, this is working your arms, this is working your shoulders, this is working your back and your chest as serratus muscles. It's doing all that stuff to help build it. So that's all you're doing, and you're just pretend like you're stabbing, like, oh, the weapon, and we're gonna go into a triple superset. All right, so we're gonna go into a supersetted ball push-up, and I'm gonna say ball push-ups right now. So all you need is like a basketball or a medicine ball. Work the inner part of your chest a bit more, and Ichigo has a nice inner chest, and they also really work your triceps because you have to stabilize and balance on it. If you're gonna do is ask you to do 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps for each of these, and then if you're not strong enough to do pull-ups, because you're gonna go mostly target the muscles along the posterior chain, so very similar to a deadlift. So they work your back of your body, the back of the body. So like the muscles they use are your glutes, your hamstrings, your spinal erectors, and the muscles of the upper back. So this is all the power area, you know, the power. So really like put your oomph into this. Like make sure you keep your back straight and make sure you keep it nice and firm, and then really explosively push that out where the kettlebell is in front of your face. You don't just like let it go above you. You can even make the kettlebell go above your head if you want to, but again, like I just recommend like having it at your eye level. That is going to give you some nice powerful gains. Then we go to an exercise that I hate, but yet I love because it burns so well, but it's so effective at just helping to increase the leg strength and leg endurance and activate your core, your glutes, and your hamstrings, and that is a reverse lunge to a squat pulse. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do 3 sets of alternating reverse lunges. So you're gonna do 15 each leg, and then when you finish, you're going to go straight into squat pulses, not a full squat, you're just gonna pulse, and you're gonna do about 20 reps with this, and this will burn. This will burn really well. See, the cool thing about pulsing is it isolates the active muscles and fatigues them more quickly, and this helps you build a lot more endurance and also helps your legs get a lot stronger. And then with the reverse lunges, it's building not only the stability of your leg, but it also puts less stress on your joints, so you'll be able to like get more out of it. And again, I'm just using a medicine ball here, but you can use like dumbbells if you want. You could do body weight if you're a beginner, and then remember, take your time, don't overstrenuate with this, and then you can build yourself up with this. And then sprint there and back, so about 100 meters, but it can really be as far as you want, but I recommend 100 meters, that's just good in there. And then you're gonna sprint there and back as fast as you can with your hands behind your back. I thought this would be a fun exercise to include, great for helping the cardio, great for increasing your fat loss, great for increasing your speed and your power, so you can get lean, strong, and athletic like Ichigo is. Then we're gonna do some light step hops, because you know how like the Soul Reapers and Shinigami, they all just like step in the sky, like they just walk in the air and stuff like that. So I like that whole aspect. So imagine you were just hopping there to side, like you're just hopping there and back side to side. And I recommend just doing like about 15 good hops, and then like, you know, taking a rest, and then doing it in the opposite direction, 15 good hops, then taking a rest, and then doing that about 2 more sets. So like 1 set would be you going there and back, there and back. And that is what I recommend for that. But it's a phenomenal way to build the plyometric power of your legs. And it's just like Ichigo when he's walking to the sky, like, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get over here, stuff like that. Or when Rukia is like walking across, stuff like that. And then Ichigo's like, what are you doing? You know, stuff like that. I think that's a cool little aspect. And then when you finish, we're gonna hit you with some hollow breathing, and you're gonna do some deep meditative breaths for 10 minutes. This is great for clarity, great for helping you get that really spiritual aspect. I love meditation. It's one of the best things you could do. And then all I want you to do is focus on your breath. So the easiest way to do this is to imagine you're a firebender. So when you sit down and close your eyes, take a deep breath in, imagine a firebender like powering up their power. And then once you are about to exhale, imagine the firebender blasting it out. But it could be any like vendor. You could imagine like it's like your Bankai or your, but it could be anything. You could imagine Ichigo, you could imagine Naruto, you could imagine like Goku shooting Kamehameha or anything like that, whatever you want. Like this is just a way to help people get into really the zone. Like you could breathe and just really focus, and that'll give you some great results. Now, the way this is split up, you can either do it as a full body training day, and then like, you know, on the weekend, you can have like a cardio day where you do the more cardio based movements, or you could do it like as an upper body, lower body day where you go like, you know, Monday, is the upper body stuff, and then like Monday and Friday can be your upper body stuff, or you could do Monday and Thursday if you want to like work out more 4 days a week. And then for the more lower body stuff, you can do it like either like Wednesday if you're really not into leg day but you still want to work your legs and get them powerful, or you can do it Tuesday and Friday. Or again, you know, see what works best for you. That's what I'm about. I'm about helping people like find their way to get the most out of their gains, and this is what will help you. But this is the full program right here. Check out which one you want to do, and the full PDF will be in the description box down below. And I did add the Master Chief one. I apologize that took so long. It took me a while to get back into Tough Like Toons, but I'm glad to be back.
The first thing is going to be jumping jacks for 3 minutes. This is a great full body exercise as it warms up. It gets blood flow everywhere, which just gets oxygen everywhere, and you're able to just work it. Also, ignore my dad's Redskins stuff. He is obsessed with the Redskins in the back. But this is just, I really want you guys to warm up before doing this workout just so you can stay safe. I don't want you to get any injuries. So we're going to do arm circles as well for 2 minutes. So 1 minute in front and 1 minute in the back. And really stretch those shoulders out. Really warm them up thoroughly. Get the blood, the oxygen, all of that going through. So if you can break a sweat through this, that'd be even better. But now all you're going to do next is just going to do mini circles, like mini arm circles. So pretend like you're stirring mini bowls on the wall, like you're really just trying to warm up those shoulder muscles, rotator cuff. You don't want any issues there. Trust me, I'm the guy who had issues with that for years. So just pretend like you're doing it 1 minute forward, 1 minute back, and just really warm up the shoulder muscles. Then of course we got to get into some anime god makers, you already know. So what I want you to do is do 4 anime god makers or push-ups for the mainstream audience, and then just jump up into a twist with them. And what this is going to do, this is going to give you some great muscular endurance, muscular strength, and also be a great cardiovascular workout by working the plyometric movement by jumping back and forth. And don't worry, for people who are beginners, I put in a beginner part for you coming up pretty soon, I believe. But yeah, just keep doing that for a minute. So try to get as many reps as you can. And then all you're going to do is remember, there's no harm in getting on your knees and whatever. I'm going to stay as professional as possible. And then all you do, if you're a beginner, just go get on your knees and then just stand up and then twist around. But that's it. Like, just go at your own pace and just, although I really want you to focus on in this workout is not stop it. Then after that, we got some Titan slashes. All right, you going through the city, you slashing some necks, you trying to get through all the things. You're not gonna let them get you. F you, freaking colossal. Fuck you, freaking bum. And so just jump up, slash. You're doing a squat jump and you're slashing up. And if you're a beginner, all you're doing is squatting down and slashing out. This is great for your legs, toning up your butt and getting you some nice sit calf muscles, and also it'll help you get stronger, faster legs. So don't worry about that. And then after that, we're gonna punch as fast as we can for 1 minute. All right, so this is just punch as hard as you can for 1 minute, as fast as you can. And this is just like pretend you'd still when you don't like. And for beginners, remember, go at your own pace, but remember, like, just try to kick that speed up. You don't have to worry, like, you're not in a boxing class or something like that. Just punch out. Like, this is focusing on just on the cardio aspect of it. Then after that, we're going to go into some oblique crunches because Mikasa has some defined abs. I can't just leave her out. So really, remember, like I always say, blow out all your air at the top and then breathe in while going down. That helps focus on the contraction, gives you a better ab workout. And then you're going to rest for 1 minute. So drink your water, Gatorade, whatever, stretch out because you're going to be breathing a bit heavy. And then we're going to get back to the second round. And then we're going to go into Godmaker jacks, my friend. So all you're doing is pretty much doing a push-up jack. And this is great for muscular endurance, great for building up like just your upper body, lower body. It's great for cardio and just getting you nice and ripped. Like, I love these so much because they're so challenging. See how many you can do in a minute. And then for beginners, just, you know, bounce from side to side. It's completely fine. Never feel bad. Like, everyone starts somewhere. Like, we're all on a journey to get better. The fact that you're even trying. Then we got some colossal slayers. Remember when Aaron tried to F up that colossal titan? So all you're doing is you're jumping up, slashing, contracting. Look what I'm doing. I'm twisting when I come down. So it's working my abs and my legs. And if you're a beginner, you just see what I'm doing right there. Just squat down, squat, and like really contract the abs. When you bring your arms down, contract the abs. Then after that, we're going to do V-ups, crunch holes. Now these are a bit more difficult if your abs aren't that strong, but I want you to straighten your legs out. Really, really focus on the core. Like, even I had to give up there for a second. Really focus on the core. You should feel no pain in your lower back. If you feel pain in your lower back, do not like end it instantly, but really try to feel it in your core. And if that's too advanced for you, just get into a crunch thing. So you're doing the beginning, you're going up in a crunch, and you're holding that position like midway between crunch. Then after that, we're going into jumping uppercuts, and all you're going to do is just jump left to right and uppercut, jump left to right and an uppercut. And remember, just go as fast as you can and just really focus on getting it. And if you're a beginner, just walk side to side and uppercut. Remember, like, just take your time, work. This is a fun, challenging workout, okay? So if you like have to take time with it, that's completely fine. Then after that, we got stabilizers. These are great for your rear delts, your lower back, and your core. Just like, this is one of the things I use all the time because it helps keep your lower back safe, your rear delt, and it's actually giving you a somewhat core workout and helping you like recover profusely. Then after that, we're gonna finish up with some tricep kicks or dips. So like, these are just switch kicks. You may have noticed these in the Insanity DVDs, but these are one of my favorite things. Like, they're great cardio workouts and they work your triceps as well. And like, remember, of course, I have a thing for you beginners. Just keep your core contracted. Like, really focus on keeping those abs nice and tight here. Like, you want to feel like your abs are nice and contracted. And then if you're a beginner, just do what I'm doing here. Just dips. Dips, nice, easy dips right there, just focusing on your body. That's it. This is great for your triceps. But if you want to make it more challenging, hold that leg up. And then what you could do, since you have to do these for a minute, is just do one arm for 30 seconds and then switch to the next one for 30 seconds. And then we're going to finish up with some wind sprints. All right. And all I want you to do is pick up area not too far, not too close, and then do a sprint there as fast as you can go, but staying safe, and then just jog back and do this 5 times. This is going to help you get a nice athletic physique. Because have you ever seen a sprinter? Sprinters are freaking ripped. And this is one of the biggest things that helps them.
Go!
All right. Let's build up those triceps. Just go get ready. We're going to do ABCDs. Go! See? The hardest motherfucker there is. Go! Well, look at you. You're making it through again. Now lift that left leg up, all right? Lift that left leg up. Get it up. Get it up right freaking now, all right? That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing that again, but with the left leg. And you're going to go deep because I believe in you. And you need someone to believe in you. I believe in you. So don't give up on yourself. The burn. Embrace it. Dream about it. Now get down.
Get ready.
All right. Or girl, or non-binary.
Might of his sword, named him the Doomslayer.
Can't see. I can't.
Recorder.
Them suffer like
Your skills to blame, we ain't built the same. A space-time vortex, next my cortex is look. See the picture and it's vivid, I'm living in the past. Peep the fashion, black shadow clash. A blade slash slays past way too fast for the eyes to catch. Aku is no match for a samurai jack with his blade, no backup. Sound of a spirit shout, there ain't no doubt his match is made. Aku better watch out. No ocarina, but a hero of time. I'm on the grind to find the timeline where I reside. Confide in me. Showdown is final, a classic like vinyl. Climb to the top, then I'll bust right in on the drop of a dime. It's prime time now, the blade shining down. I made that vow, now I'm on a bound. It'll take one round to strike, I cool down. Sound the siren, violent and ready with my sword held steady. Grip held tight, but my heart feels heavy. Excitement and nerves, I gave my word to protect this earth from the cursed Aku. Yeah, he's a demon of the worst kind, but I have my resolve with a blade in hand. I take my stand, make the demon crawl.
Workout routine is going to be circuit based. There's going to be 2 circuits for you. I made this workout routine based on various characters' skills and attributes, so I hope you enjoy. Though be careful, this is kind of an intense workout.
So number 1, McCree squat shots. All you're doing is squatting down and shooting them out just like McCree. This is really a great booty toner. You want to just make sure you get a good height on these and go as low as you can go without making your knees pass your toes. Next up, Reinhardt charges. All you're going to do is get down low like a linebacker and run and charge as full as you can using your shoulder as your main attack weapon. Then back pedal to your original position and charge again, and do that for 30 seconds as hard as you can. Next up, we got some static holds that'll help you get a nice chest, and you just freeze in place. See what I did there? Yeah, this is one of the best exercises you can do for building arm strength and pec strength. After that, you're going to be asking for mercy for these jumps. All you're going to do is get in a squat position, put your arms in front of you, cross them, and then when you jump up, make an X position so you're expanding your legs and your body. So you should look like a giant flying X, like your angel coming down from the sky. My Ninja Genji. All you're doing is jumping up, slashing down, and make sure your feet touch your butt. This is one of those great exercises that works on plyometric movement that'll help increase your vertical. Also, it'll help just give you an overall cardio boost as well, because jumping like this and slashing down gives such great benefit. Alright, that was fun. Now rest 60 seconds and prepare to do the next circuit. Alright, here are my boo hops. This is gonna get you that famous tracer booty. All you're gonna do is do a burpee down and then a lunge with it when you come up. So watch what I'm doing. I do a burpee and then I go straight to a lunge and then I go back down and do the opposite leg. This is a very intense cardiovascular movement. You've probably seen it in one of the Insanity DVDs, and it is one of the best fat burners you can do if you don't have time. So this is just gonna work you all around. Alright, next up are Zarya style push-ups. Zarya is a strong woman, and so you want to do your push-ups nice, slow, and controlled. Like, that's the really key thing. You want to make sure your form is perfect and you're just doing the best of your ability. If your body tanks out, then you'll see how much stronger you become the next time you do it. But just give it your best. After that, we got some diva pulses, and these are just supposed to emulate you squatting down in your big ass machine and firing off the weapons. So like while you're doing this, you get in a squat position, a horse stance sort of, and you're just punching out as fast as you can. So it's working your lower body and your upper body, and it's just gonna be emulating being in a big ass machine firing. The French. All you're doing for this one is you're walking down, then walking back up, and then, you know, extending the hands over your head. And all this is doing is it's working your full body, because like you're adding a Spider-Man push-up at the bottom. So this is actually a lot more tiring than it looks. Like, it looks easy so far because it's like, oh, I'm just walking down, but doing the Spider-Man push-up at the end and then walking back up and doing this for 30 seconds, which y'all will be, it'll give you a nice sleek physique just like Widowmaker. But after that, we're moving on to our final exercise, which I have to admit is a
freaking doozy, alright? This is gonna kick your ass if you're not conditioned. All you're doing is you're doing a burpee, a squat, and a push-up at the bottom. And if you do these long enough, these will wear you out. These are like seriously one of the worst exercises, but one of the best exercises. I hate doing it, but I love what it does. And that's why I call them reapers, because they will freaking kill you. So take your time and be safe.
Alright, the first exercise we're going to have you guys do is alternating reverse curls. And what you're going to do is you're going to grab a moderate sized weight, curl it up, and then when you go down, do a reverse curl. So watch my hands. They go up and then they twist and then they alternate. And what I'm really doing here is I'm focusing on not only bringing it up but lowering it. That's going to give you a better reaction if you focus on lowering the weight rather than just like swinging it up there and down. And this is great for your biceps and great for your forearm muscles as well, which is important because Wolverine has some of the best forearms in, you know, comic book history right there. And then after that, we're going to get some nice shoulder action going on with some plate front raises. And so you're going to do 3 sets of 15. So make sure you're looking through that hole when you build that plate up. So like peel it up and feel it right in your shoulders. You feel it right in the front part. After that, we've got some tricep extensions, and these are just pretty basic exercises. They pretty much teach you how to do these in gym class, so just do them for 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps, whatever you feel comfortable with. Then after that, we got some Wolverine finishers, 4 sets of 12, and all you're doing here is just like, imagine you're Logan walking around stabbing some corpses on the ground. So like you're on your fists and you're walking, and then you do 2 push-ups, and then you walk and you do 2 more push-ups, and then you just keep doing that for 4 sets of 10 to 15 reps, whatever you prefer to do, because these are just fun and get a nice pump going. Then after that, if your gym has these, use a forearm roller, and all you're going to do is full 3 roll-ups. And if you don't have one of these at your gym, always just substitute it with reverse curls. And then after that, we're just going to go into dumbbell skull crushers. I explained these before in my Captain America video, but make sure like when doing these, you really want to feel the contraction in your triceps. Like that's one of the biggest things about these. A lot of people just like swing the weight up and don't feel it. So make sure you're feeling your muscles, your tricep, the back of your arm working, because that's what's going to help get you the best results for this and then make you look extra great in a tank top. Then after that, we got some curl presses. This is a more advanced move. Well, it's going to become more advanced. All you're doing is just curling up, making sure you're concentrating on curling the weight up and pressing it above your head. And this is going to be a nice isolation exercise fused with a compound exercise. Sorry about that. And all you're doing is just working your biceps, your triceps, your shoulders, and it's a great upper body workout altogether. And then if you want to get really advanced with it, you can add a squat at the bottom with it. But if you want to just keep this upper body, you don't have to do that. But that just makes it more challenging if you want to just, you know, curl it up, add a squat, bend, like shoulder press it, and all that jazz. It's really a great exercise and one of the best. And all you're going to do is do that for approximately 3 sets of 12 reps. And after that, we're going into one of my favorite plyometric movements, clapping push-ups, and you're just going to do 3 sets of 10. If you're not strong enough to do a plyometric push-up, you can always do them on your knees, like I said before, and then just focus on it, like try to really push yourself up. After that, we have plate pinches, and all you're doing is holding 2 5-pound plates together and pinching them and holding them together for a minute. And then we finish up with some nice dumbbell rows, and be sure to feel the squeeze in your back.
Alright guys, a fitting first exercise, Spider-Man push-ups. All you're going to do is start in a standard push-up position, and then when you go down, bring your knee up, contracting the core as well. This works your pecs, your triceps, your upper body. It's a great upper body workout in general, and like really focus on exhaling when you bring that knee up, because it helps contract the core and gives you a nice upper body workout all around, and one of the best things to get a nice beach body for the summer and strong upper body as well. Next up is box jumps. Set up a box or aerobic step in front of you, high enough to be challenging but low enough to be safe. Stand athletically and bend your hips and knees to gather momentum. Explosively jump onto the box and hold there for a second, then step off. That's 1 rep, and I'd say perform 3 sets of 10 reps, because this is a pretty good plyometric exercise to help build up your leg strength. Oh yeah! Next is chin-ups, and they're pretty self-explanatory. Lift yourself up, slowly let yourself down, and really focus on building those lats. Remember, slow and controlled is the best way, like everything else. Next up is panther crawls. Now, this is a difficult thing I learned in MMA class, and what you do is you crawl forward in a panther stance using an opposite hand to foot stepping pattern. Place motioning foot on the outside of the static hand, and the motioning hand should move forward to support the body's weight. And pause a 2 to 3 count on each step, allowing the body's weight to engage the muscle. This as you wall crawling. Next, this is one of my favorite crunches of all time. I picked it up from the main man, Brandon Carter, and it's just called the Iron Butterfly, and it works your lower abs and your upper abs. And I notice it gets them really nice and defined, and all you're doing is extending your legs out, bringing them in, and crunching at the top part as well. So it's like a double crunch basically, and you should really focus on blowing out the air at the top of the movement so you really feel the contraction. One of my favorite ab exercises, and it works greatly. And frog jumps. You know how much I love frog jumps. 3 sets there and back. Pick a space, you know, not too far, not too long, and jump from there back in this stance. Get down low in a squat and leap as far as you can. Remember to warm up greatly and don't land softly so you don't injure your knees. And finally, slalom rope skips. Stand with your feet together, holding a jump rope, and imagine a line beneath your feet. Begin skipping rope while simultaneously jumping side to side, back and forth over the line as quickly as possible, keeping your feet together. Continue for 30 seconds, and that's 1 set. And this is going to help you get that agility like Spider-Man has when he has to dodge out the way. But yeah, finish up with 20 minutes of this. Exercises. You've probably seen these before in every other Gym Rats video, just hammer curls, but really what I want you to focus on is pulling with the bicep instead of just swinging the arm up, because if you just swing the arm up then you lose a massive effect of it, because that just takes using momentum, doesn't really get you the proper contraction, which doesn't get you the proper hypertrophy, which doesn't get the muscle to grow in the way you want it to. And so we're just going to do 4 sets of 12 with a good moderate weight, and then right after you finish doing the hammer curls, I want you to pick up some lighter weights and do dumbbell curls. So just standard dumbbell curls, and just, you know, go up and down, just slow and controlled, and that really helps you. But you're not gonna rest when you drop those weights. You're gonna do active rest, which is jump rope. So jump rope for 60 seconds, and then after you finish the jump rope, go straight into working on your triceps. Next, you're gonna do dumbbell skull crushers, and these are some of my favorite exercises. Great for if you have a shoulder injury, depending on how severe it is. And these just isolate the tricep and work them fully. So grab 2 weights, moderate, and then fully make sure you feel the contraction in your tricep, along with tricep kickbacks. Yeah, these aren't actually that girly an exercise. Like, I do them because they keep my shoulder safe, and also, like, I found they gave me a great pump when I was working out for trying to get my size on. And then, you know, active rest right after that, and then after you finish this active rest, you go right back to doing the curls, and you repeat this circuit, so like 4 times. Then you go right into rope push downs, and you can rest before doing the rope push downs, but remember, all of these exercises, I really want you to focus on the contraction of the muscle. Really focus on the tricep and feeling like the blood, like it should be burning nice. Like, do them nice and slow and controlled. Everything's better slow and controlled. Ask your girlfriend, or if you're into that, ask your boyfriend. Whatever, just everything is better slow and controlled. And then superset that, so going right from rope push downs to rope curls, and do those slow and controlled as well. So nice and slow up, nice and slow down. I'm having a little trouble here because I'm focusing on the camera and I'm like wondering if it's recording, so like I have to keep moving it around. But these are great for getting a pump in, and it's a great superset as well for your arms and just getting you some nice vascular arms, which is what everyone loves. Some nice vascular arms. Then right after this, you go right into those active jump rest rope, and then you repeat that circuit again.
Well, dudes and dudes, have y'all do our bag squats, 4 sets of 25 reps. You don't have to use a bag. You can easily use a dumbbell and just do dumbbell squats, but it works better if you use a sandbag. I'm just using my punching bag right now because it's light and won't affect my elbows too like badly. And you know, just do a basic squat, making sure your knees try not to go too far past your toes and get nice and deep in there. Remember, squats are like sex. The deeper you go, the better. Haha. And always remember that. After that, you got dumbbell swings, and these are sort of irritating my elbows, but what you really
really want to do is stand holding the dumbbell with both hands, push your hips back and lower the weight between your legs until it's under your butt, drive back up to a standing position and swing the weight up, keeping your arms straight, and then return to standing position and do that for the amount of reps listed. Then after that, we've got one of my favorites, squat to push press, and you're going to do 3 sets of 10 repetitions or 15 repetitions, and you're just squatting down and coming up doing a military press. This is explosive movement and it's going to aged. But after that, we got controlled sets of push-ups, and that's 4 sets until muscle failure. And what you're going to do is you're just really controlling yourself going down, like it's going to slow down, fast up, slow down. So like 1, 2, 3, up, and then do that. After that, we've got quick feet drops, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna get into like a football position where you're doing quick feet, and then after that you drop down, and like this is just like, oh god, I'm running fast, then I drop. I'm running fast until I drop, and it's one of the best things you can do for your legs and just building up cardio. After that, we got a side plank, working that core, get those nice stabilizing ab muscles, and you're just gonna do 45 seconds each side. All right, basic thing enough. Everyone knows how to do these, and if you're not strong enough, then just, lean down. It's okay, just work on doing this. If you ever feel pain to exercise, you can always stop. Never feel bad that you have to, put yourself in another position. It's fine. So just take your time, work on getting stronger. And then on the days you're not lifting, you're going to be punching the bag for cardio. You can just punch it hard, punch it fast, just work on combinations. Watch my EPO video for how to do that. And then after that, just run 3 to 5 miles, and that's your cardio day. Start off with some floor presses, some neutral grip dumbbell presses from the floor, and you're going to be using lightweight or moderate weight with these, and you're going to be pushing them relatively fast but controlled, and you're going to do that, and it's going to burn your chest and triceps like crazy after a while. But go right back to doing them, and you're going to do this continually 3 more times. All right, so this is going to be a superset that's like a circuit, because like you get no rest into this. Like the only rest of the most athletic characters and just very light on his feet. And this is a plyometric movement. You don't have to jump over a platform. You can literally just jump laterally side to side, but this is going to help build strong legs, strong calves, and just strong everything. And you're going to do it for 60 seconds. And after that, we're going to do clap push-ups for 30 seconds following those 60 seconds, and then we're going to panther crawl across the room there and back. So you can make this as challenging as you need to, is depending on the length of the room. I hope you're noticing that this is a very athletic and taxing routine, because being a superhero is very taxing athletic. This routine is working your muscular endurance, muscular strength, and cardiovascular endurance. So the reason you're doing 60 seconds to 30 seconds is because it's really supposed to tax you out, and then while doing panther crawls back and forth. So go at the best of your ability. Do not try to damage yourself doing it. It's like called bodybuilding, not body destroying. So just do what the best you can do in those 60 seconds and 30 seconds, and then rest for 20 to 30 seconds, and then get right back into it. But just do the best of your ability. And for the panther crawls, you can literally choose the difficulty. I actually explained how to do them really in depth in my Spider-Man Tough Like the Toons I did when Civil War first came out. So if you want to know how to do them, this is how they look doing them. And you can literally do this across a room, or you can do this like depending on a few feet, depending on your fitness level. Remember, you're always just trying to be the best you possible, doing the best what you can do. Like that's all you want to do, is just do your best. And trust me, this will wear you out. Like, my God, I was breathing hard after the 3rd set of doing this. And it is a fun workout, I'll give you that, but it's very challenging, so just heads up. Alright, and this is going to be the final superset, not the last exercise, but final superset of this workout. And we're going to be doing lateral band raises. So get yourself a nice strong band from Amazon or Walmart or wherever you want to go. And you step on it, and then you explosively pull it up, and then slowly let it down. Really contract and feel it in your deltoid. Alright, this is one of my favorite exercises. It really helped me a lot when I was in shoulder therapy, and I cannot stress how important shoulder health is. And this was one of my favorite exercises when I was doing there, and I really felt like a good actual workout when doing it. So do this very slow and controlled, or like explode up and then slowly let the weight down. So step on it and then slowly let it down. I recommend TheraBands. They're the best ones in my opinion, but Gold's Gym bands work just as well. You can get any of these at Walmart for like a really good price. And then you're going to superset that with suspension training. And you can get this suspension trainer at Walmart as well. Like, you know what's funny is I'm not even being like promoted by these people, but this thing I actually really do tool shop whatsoever. And there's like a video, I'll try to leave a link below how to make your own. But these are just some reps of the lateral band raises. Nice is you're going to get down on your knees or in your hands if you're strong enough, and then you're just going to do fingertip push-ups to the best of your ability. Just 3 sets, 8 to 15 reps. And this is going to be a bit difficult if you're a beginner, and I highly suggest if you're a beginner, take your time because you can break a finger if you don't do these properly. So I suggest just getting on your knees and then slowly working on getting that form down. Building up strong legs and a nice strong core, and just getting you nice athletically lean for the summertime as well. Like, sprinting is one of the best exercises you can do to just chisel that body fat down, just turn you into a fat burning machine and get you that real superhero body, so you'll be able to move faster, look better, and just, you know, feel great about yourself. Going to be Spider-Man burpees, and these are one of the best exercises you can do because they're super challenging, super rough. And what you're doing is you're just doing a burpee, you come down, you do a Spider-Man push-up, and then you go up and you do a jumping burpee. And you can do like Spider-Man web shooters with it too. Like, that's gonna make it extra just more challenging and more fun to do as well, so it's not as stereotypical like, oh, I'm just getting up doing a burpee thing. And if you're a beginner and you're trying to just like, you're not fit enough to do the Spider-Man burpees just yet, you can do it on your knees at first. There's no shame in doing it on your knees. Everything can start off, I know, pause, but whatever. We can all just, you know, slowly build up the strength. And when you feel fit enough, by all means, this is working your legs, your arms, your chest, and like just giving you a great cardiovascular and lean muscle building workout all over to get you nice, fit, and athletic like Spider-Man would have to be. And this next exercise is going to be frog landings, and what you do is you just get into the Spider-Man position and then leap up like you're reaching for the sky and then land like Spider-Man, but land softly. I cannot stress this enough. You want to land softly with these. You don't want to just come crashing down. That'll destroy your knees, and this is just going to help you increase your leg strength and increase your like vertical as well. So make sure you always land softly. And if you're a beginner, you can just, you know, reach up and then squat down, and reach up and squat down like I'm doing here. That's going to give you some great results and help you build up to it. So go at your own pace, find what works well for you. Like, that's the thing here. Fitness is for everyone, and you shouldn't just, I'm trying to use this to help you, you know, become the best you possible. Then we got some basic V-sit crunches right here, and all I'm doing is I'm crunching at the top and bringing my legs up, and these are just phenomenal for core strength, and Spider-Man has an amazing core, like to be jumping back and forth, and this is one of the best things you can do for just a nice strong core all over. And if you're a beginner, you know, just do the variation I'm showing here, just either like do leg raises up, then, and it's completely fine, and build up your strength to get to where you need to be to do the V-sits like I'm doing right here. Also, I don't want to rip the suit. I'm saying this right now, like I felt like a little twinge in the back, so I was like, oh crap, I better like slow down. Next exercises is straight body bounces, and what you're going to be doing is just like put your hands above your head and then jump back and forth, like either on a mat or across a room, and this is going to work your calf muscles like crazy. This is going to burn like hell, trust me on this. This is going to be one of the most like burning sensations you ever feel, and it's just going to be so intense, but just going to give you like great results all over. So just keep this back and forth. You're going to be doing this for 40 seconds like every other exercise. Like every exercise we're going to be doing is 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest, and then you move over, and then you can repeat the whole circuit 5 to 10 more times if that's what you want to do. But this is just an incredible burn for your lower body, great for strengthening your legs, and also it's mimicking how gymnasts land when they land on their feet and they like, you know, land down, they have their little hands above their head. So keep that in mind, you got it. After that, we've got reverse lunge kicks. So, and these are one of my favorite leg exercises to do because they ain't stressful on the knees at all. So what you're gonna do is you're going to get into a reverse lunge, and then just with the alternating leg that you're doing the lunge with, you kick up when you come back up. So like, watch what I'm doing right here, reverse lunge, then kick up. And this is just phenomenal for building lower body strength and lower body power as well. And if you wanna, if you're a martial artist and you wanna add more power, you can do like a side kick or a roundhouse, or whatever you feel like would be better. But this is just to mimic kicking some bad guy booty. You know what I mean? Like whooping some ass. You got this. Like, yeah, go kick their asses, just like Spider-Man and Miles Morales do. But yeah, this is one of my personal favorites. Great leg exercise. And then after, I would probably, you can either do this by doing 5 reps each leg, or you can alternate each leg whenever you do it. Whatever you prefer, it's gonna work the same way. And I feel anyone can do this like with the right fitness thing. And if you're not in shape enough to do it yet, you know, just go slow. That's the best part. Just go slow. Ask your girlfriend. That's the best thing about doing this. Go slow. All right, now these are wall walks. All you need is a wall for these, and all I'm doing is I'm walking my feet up the wall where I would do a handstand push-up, and then I walk my hands out, slowly dragging my arms out. This is great for your back and your shoulders and your arms, and it will be very taxing after a while doing this for 40 seconds, but trust me, if you can maintain this, this is gonna give you like substantial gains, and you'll notice it in your back, you'll notice it in your shoulders. But again, if you're not strong enough to do these just yet, what you can always do is just, you know, do wall push-ups. Do wall push-ups if that's what you need to do. That is completely fine. There's no shame in it. But if you want to get the extra level and really feel like Spider-Man, just walk your feet up the wall, hold yourself in a little handstand position, and then just slowly walk yourself down. The slower the better. That makes it way more challenging, and that'll give you some growth in your arms and back. All right, next up, we're gonna be doing swimming on the ground. So like what you're doing is you're just taking your arms over your head and constantly flutter the lower back. This is phenomenal for lower back and core strength, and also it's working your back as well, because when you pull down, what you really wanna focus on is squeezing the back. Like I said before, this is a no equipment workout. All you need is your body, and this is a workout that will tax you. So just squeeze the back. Whenever you pull the arms down, feel like you're pulling an imaginary rope or something, and really squeeze in the upper back. This is going to give you some nice strength gains in your back, and then also give you some shoulder stability, and constantly fluttering the lower legs helps with your lower back and also your core. And the final thing I'm gonna have y'all do are push-ups with your legs up, like alternating legs. So this one is gonna be 60 seconds instead of the 40 seconds on. And what you do is you do as many push-ups as you can with your leg up, and then you just keep doing it. And then after 30 seconds, you alternate your legs. This is gonna actually help you develop that planche push-up, and also help you develop core strength as well. And it makes it more difficult because less of you is on the ground. So you have to, like, you know, push more, and it's just more challenging, gives the body better stability, also works at stabilizing muscles a bit better, works the core as well, and just gives you a nice strong athletic body without having to lift any weights whatsoever. So it's one of those things that makes you feel like you can be Spider-Man in your house. And again, if you're a beginner, just, you know, knees. Don't feel bad. Take the knee. Take the knee, as they say in Game of Thrones. You got this. Just take the knee and then, you know, take it up. So you're going to be doing Spider-Man burpees, frog landings, V-sits, straight body bounces, reverse lunge kicks, hand walking up the wall, swimming,